Hey everyone, I'm rather incoherent, and not much has changed around the base except for one thing. These are green now. In fact, everything is green now, because walking around the base previously, all of the aquariums beneath, no matter what color of fish you put in there, they really just, they feel like aquariums. You look down, you see water, you see side rooms. The only one that had enough color and light in it was the kelp forest ones. It wasn't so much the fish in there as just the plants. The kelp actually makes it like a soft light that comes out of it. It's got a lot of green down there, it's much nicer. And as the only real wall decorations in Subnautica 1 are these planters, we've just committed now to the aesthetic of every room has kelp, every room has wall planters, at least where it can fit. So obviously in the glass tubes there's none, and a lot of places like this where you can only put one, I don't see much of a point. This room I'm waiting to see what it looks like before I put planters up, because this is going to be like the random FCS studio stuff, ATM teller machine. Over here we have our ridiculously large Oculus tank with our one cuttlefish who should probably be somewhere else. And this room seems appropriate to have more planters in. Coming past the scanner room, once again, nothing we can actually throw in there. Down here, this is supposed to be a nuclear reactor, but to my enormous shame, we actually don't have the nuclear reactor recipe yet. We should probably go to a rec for that at some point. My room's a lot more green. I've changed my plant pots on the walls that I hated into actual specific plant pots on the ground. And this should be green. I guess I can make it purple to match the Ming plant. Or I can just replace the Ming plant with a lantern fruit tree. They look terrible open. Please shut. When they're shut, you can like sort of see the texture and it breaks up, but when you compress it down to the closed perspective, or the open perspective rather, when these are all the way down, it just looks like MS Paint fill green, right? That's rough. Let's keep them closed. There is one major thing in the base that has changed. Well, it's not major, but you'll notice at the top my power is increasing steadily. There might be two reasons for that. There's definitely one. I used to have my backup batteries over here, but they had little blue lines going from there to the base, but that wasn't the base, it was specifically these solar panels, so only these solar panels were trying to fill them, which is why they never filled. I moved them to the top of my moon pools. And the other thing that may have changed resulting in my power going up is that my drills may actually be idle at this point. They may just be at full capacity, and I'm leaving them like that because I don't need more resources, so I'd rather have full power, and I don't need to worry about doing these. They've all ran out of a lubricant. That's close, but not quite the same. Yeah, they're nowhere near max capacity. Well, I do care about having them actually work, so I guess I need to go do some busy work. Oh, and another thing that's changed. Because I replaced all of the interior floor with kelp, it's all had to move out here. I haven't quite figured out how I'm setting this up. I like this one, but the others are just sort of piles of stuff, and they probably need some degree of decoration going on. And with 8 lube thrown inside all of these, they'll run basically forever again, because those were running on the original amount of lubricant I put inside of them from the beginning of the game up until very recently. You know, one weird thing about putting kelp inside my base everywhere is it does appear to just shine out of the base a little bit. Also, apparently I forgot to undo some of these hatches. Attached components? What are you talking about? Oh, apparently that was counting for some reason? I've got no idea. Are you still giving me grief? Nope, that was it. And yeah, there's still massive hiccups every time I start interacting with the base. It's a bit rough. And I think my lower performance around my base these days might be as a result of all the kelp lighting breaking through walls. Not quite sure, but I definitely have worse performance than I used to. I mean, I understand what the problem generally is. We can all see why my performance has gotten worse. I just don't specifically know why. So, with the base shown off in its current state, and the current state does include most of my fish having the coronavirus even after curing it, because the cure ain't getting into these aquariums. Kind of messed up with that. I should not have put any infected fish into these aquariums, but oh well, live and learn. I'm not fixing it. I'm not ripping out all the fish that have this, and then installing new fish that don't. That would take forever, and I'd barely notice it. So, what do I want to do to improve all this stuff? Well, logically, I should put the little green things around all of the interior spirals on all of these, because you can see that and it would make the base more green, but that sounds tedious. I'll do it between videos. The thing I'm going to be doing is I've already made ion batteries off camera. I need to make sure all my stuff's at full before I leave. I also need to figure out what I've done with my ultra heavy O2 tanks. I legitimately don't know. It appears to be inside the bases tab. Sure, why not? Oh, I just realized I didn't need to check where it was. I could have just used my base stuff. I could have just walked over here and clicked on it wherever it was. Fair. So today, between videos, I turned my scanner on and I got a huge pile of stalker teeth because as it turns out, I'm next to the kelp forest, there are just stalker teeth everywhere. And I want to go and start building all of these places I have labeled as observatories into actual proper observatories. Starting with the only one not labeled as observatory, the thermal plant, because it's still the place we're gonna go. Is it though? That's actually a good point. Is it really a place I'm going as an observatory? Because I do have a specific lava dragon one somewhere else. That base should be dismantled now that I think about it. The one that's in the inactive lava zone doesn't really have any good reason to exist. This one? Because if I want to go look at lava dragons, the thermal plant's just better, right? Because you can actually see there's a lot of lava in there.
Welcome aboard,
The other one is in a place where you basically can't see anything. Lighting? Where are you? Lighting, please. Oh, there he is. I'll get back inside. And now that I'm feeling fear, I just did a video recently on dodging leviathans, and when I did that, I had to prove my points about DeathRun settings, so let's turn this back to how it should be. Alright, back to 200% damage, so that fear is appropriate now. I'm just gonna go inside the base and drill stuff. I'm actually not sure what I even need this for. I have ion batteries and everything, including the battery charger. I have ion cells and everything except for this prawn suit. There really isn't a good need for me to get these, but I'd feel like I was making a mistake if I wasn't, so that's good enough for me. Oh, you'll notice this is a little bit further back than the last time you saw it. That's because when I came down here between videos, I got magma rings and magma eyes already. I think they're in one of the aquariums, I'm not sure which. But this place literally broke. The power pylon for some reason stopped recognizing it, even if I built and rebuilt it. So I had to deconstruct everything and move it back, which is why this needs a new disk in it. Oh, right, I can't use EasyCraft here. I have to actually have everything I need in my inventory from the word go. So let's head over to the global network, main base. And you'll notice I have 82 glass and 28 enameled glass. Oh, what's in my inventory? Oh, that's fair. Even an observatory needs a source of food. Like, you can't just not have these. As aesthetic as it seems to have a lantern tree on either side of the bed, it makes it seem like a really weird bed to sleep in, doesn't it? I see the problem coming already. I'm going to flood my base. Let's get the lithium and the titanium first. He is somewhere. It's very alarming that I don't actually know where he is, but it's probably fine. He sounds like he's directly in front of me. He's very loud wherever he is. God, how are they so audible from so far away? It's terrifying. Oh, there he is. Hi. Nah, it's good, man. It's good. You don't need to do that. I'm gonna come over here and watch what he's doing. Can I build from inside my base? I'm pretty sure you can't. I think I put it down, but I don't know where it's at. It might be in the correct location, but I still can't do anything to it. So yeah, we gotta go outside and risk this like I thought we did. Yeah, I did put it down, but it's not in the correct location. There he goes. He's very fast. I'm not sure how far I feel I really need to... Base is falling apart. Let's go fix that. It's fine. It's only breaking a little. Wrong item. If you could just let me build this real quick, I'll fix whatever's on the inside later. Wait a second. Yeah, that might actually deconstruct my computers and shit. I can't build it there. We'll come build it over here next to the bed. Hi there! Please stop that! That might have been the attack sound. This feels very unsafe right now. I feel like this is how the precursors went down. Like, I should not be building here. Certainly not out of glass.
Hull integrity restored.
Okay, that one was just fake, it's fine. My bed's ruined. It's a disaster. Now, what do I have in my inventory? I have a random diamond and nowhere near enough glass. Oh, I can't use my Seaglide inside the base? He's just right there still. It's a little bit terrifying. You know, part of the reason that everyone's probably not too scared of him is his weird breaststroke that he does. If it weren't for the way that he swims, and the fact that you came down here in Cyclops and prawn suits, like both in equal measure, I think, he would just be terrifying. He's so big and so fast. I think we're far enough out, honestly, because he tends to hang out on top of the base. Like, let's be real. He's just gonna be stuck there, it's fine. This is plenty far from the observatory. Apparently it needs Titanium. You just stay there, man. You keep swimming into that corner. So now we can stay in here, we can watch him. And fun fact, if you were to... Fine. I'll show it off in a second. Base is flooding again. If you could just stop flooding for a couple of seconds, I'd really appreciate it.
Hull integrity restored.
Alright, we didn't even get our heads into the water this time. Okay, so in the top up here, I think I need to hit F8 to lock my mouse. Yes, you can see the player's biome and stuff. And these two say lava lakes, and this one says exploring lava lakes. But if I were to walk forward into this, now it says exploring biome observatory instead. The observatory is its own biome, and as long as you're in here, nothing will be aggressive to you. You can just watch them swim around normally. Whereas if I were just in the glass tubes, it would probably repeatedly try to eat me. Where'd it go? While I was fixing my base? I hate it. Oh, there he is. He's just very big and very fast. And very loud. Preposterously loud. I do enjoy just like being in an observatory and watching him swim around. So let's go build this somewhere else and see if I feel the same about the other Leviathans. Oh yeah, I was about to swim there like an idiot. Let's just go to, not Lost River. I want to go to the Sea Dragon Observatory and see if I feel like this one should even exist. Because honestly,
Welcome aboard,
does the Sea Dragon Observatory need to exist? Like, what's this for? Alright, the lighting's broken right now, so it's sort of unfair to say you can't see shit down here. But like, legitimately, you can't see shit down here. I took a nap because I realized I should be letting the power generate. Every time I teleport from minor base to minor base, it pulls 1,500 power from both bases, which are both using the windmills up on the surface. So it pulls 3,000 out of 14,000 power, and I should probably sleep when I can to get some power back. But, while I was sleeping, you can kind of hear it. The rhythmic sound of the drill outside. Currently, it's filled this entire thing with sulfur, nickel, and kyanite, and it's got some amount out of 300 inside of itself, too. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off that drill. That drill does not need to mine. You know what? Screw it. I don't know where the Sea Dragon is, and the fact that I can't hear him is only making me more nervous, not less. You can go ahead and keep wasting power mining. You'll eventually hit 300 out of 300 and stop. Is this just what it's supposed to look like in here? No, it's not supposed to be green at the lava. I've got to swim around outside with my Seaglide for a second so that the lighting will kick in correctly. I don't know, man. I'm just like at maximum spook down here. I'm not having a good time. I'm just going to disassemble all this stuff. I don't really see a purpose for this base to exist. I'm going to be honest. Oh, that means I have to do a lot of stuff with this drill now. That's fine. I'm not happy about it, but that's fine. It also means I have to get out of here. Oh, that's a slight problem. I can do that. I just have to get past the ghost. And the ghost is a juvenile. He doesn't even one-shot me. It's not a big deal. But there's stuff I have to do. Okay, that's fine, though. I can do the stuff. I just have to take everything out of here, go over to the terminal, and... Oh, it is the terminal. I just have to swap bases and put things in the boxes a lot. It's taken a while, but I'm finally in the last inventory of nickel ore to transfer over. And if I weren't using the speedrun trick of binding your actions to scroll wheel, this would have taken me so much longer. Jesus. But we're done. We did it. We can finish disassembling the base. We need to eject this disk and that disk. And we need to just take everything out of here. And then we have to swim for our lives. You know, I could just leave this down here. I don't have to take it apart. I don't like leaving this down here, though. I'm taking it apart. So I put all my first aid kits in a box. And then I did not take them out of that box. And now things feel sketchy. So we're gonna go ahead and put the teleporter back down and leave the dumb way. And we'll finish disassembling this another time. Because I like being alive. Alright, we've re-added most of disassembled to the global network, and we're gonna leave like this. Because I like being alive. At least we got the drill disassembled before I got bit by a lava lizard.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, I could have... It's fine, it doesn't matter. But I could have just teleported manually after disassembling it. I do have the battery pack on me. So I know I just said we can do it another time, but I think another time is right now. There's no reason not to just go back and finish it. Need to double check. This thing has power, right? Yeah. So as soon as we're done disassembling all this, we can just immediately leave. And the base can flood. That doesn't matter because we aren't staying here. Wait, why is the base powered? I took down the power pylon. Base, you're very confused. I thought I must have just been wrong and didn't do it. But no, I did successfully take down the power pylon before the lava lizard got me. I really don't like lava lizards, by the way. They're just everywhere and angry. Why is F2 not working? All right, time to leave the hard way. F2 doesn't do anything right now. I'm deeply confused by this. We should be fine as long as there's not a lava dragon already after me. Like, I don't understand why F2 wouldn't work at all. It's entirely possible that that base just completely snapped in half and killed Filtrator Studios entirely, and that F2 will never work again and I can't save my game and I have to redo all of this. How can I still hear a lava dragon? I'm not even in the same biome anymore. I know he doesn't one-shot me, so I'm just gonna keep swimming away and ignore him. I think it's funnier. So we do need to convert this base up here into a proper observatory. Right now it's very much a terrible scanning room. Are you still after me? No, I just missed and gave up immediately. Fair enough, that's what I would do. So this teleporter still works, we're still getting power, that thing's still online. But F2 doesn't work. Can I cheat my way into it? If I walk up to something that has an I prompt. Oh, these don't have prompts anymore. Damn it. I think that means I have to quit out to be safe. There are two options, right? It's a bug where you save and quit and it's fixed itself, or it's a bug where you save and quit and now it's permanently part of your game. I feel like it's a save and quit bug, and I'm not interested in, like, playing around FCS Studios for the rest of the game. If F2 doesn't work anymore, I've already bought plenty of base stuff. We'll just have to make do without buying more things. We've loaded back in. F2 works. We're good. I was briefly very nervous that I was not able to buy things anymore and that I would be very alienated by Filtrator Studios, but we're fine. We're fine. Alright, so first things first, we need to throw up some lithium reinforcements. Otherwise, this whole thing floods immediately. We learned our lesson last time. Then we need to come disassemble the scanner room and start building out in that direction. Taking a brief stop back at the main base because it appears that I forgot something very important. There's no food in that base I was just in. It's just stuff, and you can't actually live there. So let's go fix that as well. Also, we need to change these names. These are not outposts anymore. They're observatories. I really like free build just for letting me build a little bit too close to things in ways that are very satisfying. I'm sure someday I'll sleep in this bed, clip into the trees, and get stuck forever and feel differently about it, but right now I just like the aesthetic of it. Alright, time to start building glass forward. Hopefully the lighting kicks in at some point, because I can't tell how far away I actually am from where I want to be. Christ, I thought you were the ghost by then. Why do you guys sound so weird? Hey, there he is! Hey, don't mind me, man. I'm just building a place to look at you from. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna be best buds. He's kind of chill about the whole thing. He's like, yeah, you can come build a weird stalker house next to me. I don't really mind. Also, unfortunately, I just broke my base, as is so often the case. Let's go get some lithium and titanium. All right, lithium reinforcements installed. We can continue building the tube out. Think you want to go a little bit further and then curve towards it, maybe? Kind of feel like we're not quite in the right spot here. Also, this is more glass than I anticipated. It's fine, but like, minor inconvenience. I don't want to finish that because it will be a bad idea. We need more titanium, more lithium, more glass. We know the drill. This tunnel's getting kind of long, and we're still like nowhere near the objective. Like, you could technically see him from here, but he sort of is doing his own thing most of the time. I don't know how I feel about this. I do feel like I might need to harvest more sand back at my main base, though. Because the amount of glass I'm using just on 2 of these is pretty damn high. Really just on one, just this one. The one in the thermal plant really did not take much out of me at all. It's fine, man. Don't worry about it. I do think I want to turn towards it a bit. Are you coming from above me? That's terrifying. I think at this point we're ready to build the final bits of this. Oh yeah, our shit's breaking. We have gone too far. It's fine, we'll fix it once we're back inside. We need 1 more titanium. Yeah, no thank you. I feel like if I'm in range for him to scream at me and charge me, then I'm doing the right sort of stuff. Alright, another pair of titanium reinforcements coming up. We're no longer constantly sinking. We just need to find the holes that already exist and plug them. Alright, there we go. Now we can come down to the end and finish building the observatory. With the Ghost Leviathan here specifically, I feel like we might have to get out and bait him a little bit to come hang out with us because he's just so far away. He's in a pretty big patrol area. Which is why I had this hatch here. That's normal, right? Like when you build the shark cage, there's an easy exit hatch for the diver in case they want to go antagonize the sharks. This really should be much closer, shouldn't it? Do I really want to go through the trouble of moving everything down to like right there? Well guys, by the MapTube editing, you won't have to watch this. I really wish he just didn't sound so angry. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Guys, I'm trying to build a base here. Could you stop? Just leave me alone. Oh, I've accidentally made Super Seaglide glitch. That's very helpful, I guess.
Draining systems initiated.
Right, I finally got him this base fixed. Now we can start transferring over power and the like. He's very loud though, isn't he? I'm gonna hop inside for a second. Could you please leave? Not quite as safe out here as I'd imagined, but it's fine. He's so angry all the time. Kind of feel bad for him. Is he above me again? Absolutely terrifying every time. It's just never where I expect him to be. Alright, we finally have power back on. Added to the global network. It's the Lost River Observatory. Everything's working again. We have a bed. We don't have the lantern tree yet. It's why I'm sleeping. I need to get those fruits to grow. I don't want to teleport back and forth twice just to plant fruit. That seems incredibly wasteful. So now that I have a glass compartment, I can step out and see, yeah, he's over there. We're fine. We can go outside and build stuff. I want a second observatory over here just because he tends to roam around a lot. Very often I found him right next to my base. And with this one, you can see I just have like the observatory areas at the bottom, and there's a tiny little base on the second floor with the scanner room. It's quite nice. I like it. It's compact. It's efficient. What's not to love? Yeah, so with the second observatory, I can walk over here if he's swarming over next to the base, but most of the time I won't be doing that. I'll be running back through here, down the much, much longer tube, towards this usual patrol area above the pit. And we are, in fact, like right above the chasm going into the inactive lava zone, which very tends to hang out. But my favorite part of this base by far is just that the bottom floor is all business. It's just a hatch in, the observatories, the lithium reinforcements, and a ladder up to the actual nice room that looks like it's in the normal base. And a scanner room, of course, because what kind of observatory can't scan its surroundings? We're not quite done, though. I'm still waiting for those lantern trees to grow. Hey, there we go.
Captain.
Oh, are you coming for me again? Dude, come on. You've been trying all day. It hasn't worked. We're neighbors now. Deal with it. Just I'm out in the open doesn't mean you can catch me. Okay, maybe it does. That'll teach me to talk shit, I guess. Alright, and I think we're finally done. Scanner room, fully upgraded, coming over to the teleport and, like, linked inventory room, nice bedroom, lantern fruit trees on the other side of the bed, and then we come down to the observatory for the Lost River. And this is an actual proper observatory base now. It does its job. It could theoretically be decorated a little bit more, but I actually like that it's mostly minimalist except for the nice upper room. So I think, like the thermal base room, this one's done. Although, thinking on it, I don't remember what I did in the thermal plant base, so I want to go double check that real quick before I move on to our next base. If we were to pop over to the thermal plant, what's even in there?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
One story, bed and lantern fruit trees, titanium, everything we need. Okay, this one's like super minimalist. This is the minimum possible number of buildings you can put in here, which is fair. And as always, when you teleport down, the lighting's broken for a little while. When I do the base walkthroughs, I'll have to do the teleport and then like a time skip while I let the lighting adjust. I don't know what I need to do to get the lighting back to normal. It takes a while sometimes. But yeah, I'm completely fine with this. It's less decorated, but it's also smaller and more minimalist. I didn't put the Lost River on the global network. Well, the easiest way to go down there is going to be from the mountains.
Aboard, Captain.
Thinking on it now, though. Wow, this is terrible. Who put this together? Thinking on it, though, I'm not actually sure I even want this mountains base. Originally, I was like, yeah, I should have a base in, like, the bulb zone and the mountains, and looking at both of them would be cool, but the mountains just... Alright, with the lighting broke, it's even worse, but the mountains really is just pitch black. Like, I can't observe anything from the mountains. It's not a neat place to have a base. Here he comes again. You know, from his perspective, there's probably like 8 of us in here, because I keep teleporting out and walking back in. Yeah, I need you to be on the global network, buddy. What? I thought... I'm confused. Is my game crashing, or am I just lagging out super hard? Well, that's deeply frustrating. I have no idea how much work I need to redo, but it's a substantial amount. I'd rather go here, and I'll see you in the next one, where we're probably going to dismantle our mountains base and make a proper observatory for the void and the crash zone. Because why look at Reapers in the mountains where it's pitch black and you can't see anything, instead of looking at them from the crash zone where it's muddy and you can kind of see a little bit. But for now, my game has crashed, so I'll be calling it here. I'm still debating how many observatories and where exactly I want them, but all that's left in the series is going to be minor base building of this sort. I've been rather incoherent. I hope you've been enjoying the series up till now. I hope you're still enjoying it. I hope you liked the episode. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. We all know the YouTube algorithm drill. And I'll see you in the next one.